Have you ever wondered if androids or clones walk among us, not of our creation, but of extraterrestrial origin? It's a question that, once posed, begs further exploration. And so, we delve into the enigma of androids and clones. In the broadest sense, an android is a robot or synthetic organism designed to mimic human appearance and behavior. Clones, on the other hand, are genetically identical entities, created through a process called cloning. These concepts, once confined to the realms of science fiction, are becoming increasingly plausible with the advancement of technology. But what if these entities are not purely the product of human innovation? What if they are, in fact, the creations of extraterrestrial beings far superior to us in technological prowess? It's a theory that, while seemingly far-fetched, has found traction among certain circles. The idea is not entirely without merit. Consider the intricate complexity of these entities, their near-perfect mimicry of human behavior. Could such sophistication truly be the work of human hands alone? Or does it hint at a higher intelligence at play? Conspiracy theorists suggest that these androids and clones are not mere products of advanced technology, but evidence of extraterrestrial intervention. They argue that these beings are planted among us, either as observers or influencers, subtly shaping the course of human history. The implications of such a theory are far-reaching. If true, it means that we are not alone in the universe. It suggests that we are part of a larger cosmic narrative, our lives intertwined with the machinations of advanced, alien civilizations. In the grand scheme of things, it paints a picture of a world far more complex and mysterious than we could have ever imagined. It forces us to reconsider our place in the universe, to question the very nature of our existence. Imagine a world where we are not alone but share it with beings of otherworldly creation. It's a thought both thrilling and terrifying, but one thing is for certain: the enigma of androids and clones continues to intrigue us, inviting us to probe deeper into the unknown. Delve deeper into the realm of the Uncanny Valley, a concept that might explain our unease around certain androids and clones. The Uncanny Valley is a theory proposed by Japanese roboticist Masahiro Mori in the early 70s. It describes the phenomenon where humanoid objects which imperfectly resemble actual human beings provoke a sense of eeriness, unease, or revulsion among some observers. The valley refers to the dip in a graph of the comfort level of beings as subjects move towards a healthy, natural human likeness. Now let's link this to the perception of androids and clones, particularly those with potential extraterrestrial origins. Some argue that these beings, while strikingly human-like, exhibit subtle anomalies that place them squarely in the uncanny valley. Their movements might be too smooth, their responses too quick, or their eyes too unblinking. There's a certain offness that we can't quite put our finger on, a stark contrast to what we know and understand as distinctly human. This brings us to an interesting proposition. Could our discomfort stem not from a simple design flaw, but from something more profound? Could these anomalies be evidence of non-human origins? After all, if these androids or clones were designed by extraterrestrial entities, wouldn't they reflect the perceptions and understanding of those entities? Wouldn't they, despite their best efforts, inevitably fall short of perfect human likeness? Consider this. The uncanny valley might not just be a psychological phenomenon, but a protective instinct, an evolutionary alarm bell warning us of something not quite right, not quite human. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? To think that our unease might be an instinctive reaction to an alien design, a reaction to something that is eerily human-like but is not quite human. So, are we unnerved because we sense something alien in their design? What if there are telltale signs that differentiate these beings from human-created entities? This thought-provoking question opens a Pandora's box of possibilities. Let's dive in, shall we? Now imagine a being that looks human, acts human, but on closer inspection you notice something off. There are slight anomalies, subtle deviations from the norm that suggest something more than meets the eye. For instance, consider their behavior. How do they react to stimuli? Do they show the same range of emotions as us, or are they unusually stoic or perhaps overly expressive? Some report that these entities exhibit a peculiar lack of nuance in their responses, a kind of emotional flatlining that betrays their non-human origins. And then there are the physical anomalies, minute irregularities in their anatomy that wouldn't be noticeable unless you knew what to look for. Maybe it's an oddity in their eye movement or a peculiar rhythm to their heartbeat. Or perhaps it's something more subtle, like an unusual skin texture or a faint but unidentifiable odor. Could these anomalies be unintentional imperfections? Or could they be intentional design features purposefully incorporated by their extraterrestrial creators? If we consider the latter, we have to ask ourselves the question, why? Why would these creators want to leave clues, however subtle, of their handiwork? Could it be a kind of cosmic signature, a way of marking their creations? Or perhaps it's a message, a breadcrumb trail, left for those with the eyes to see, and the minds to understand. But what if these anomalies are not just a byproduct of their creation, but an integral part of their very existence? What if these beings are designed to be different, to stand out, to challenge our preconceived notions of what it means to be human? These are the questions that keep us up at night, that fuel our curiosity and drive our search for answers. For as we delve deeper into the enigma of androids and clones, we find ourselves not just questioning their origins, but our own as well. Perhaps these anomalies are not flaws, but deliberate, a message to those who can decipher. And perhaps in unraveling their mysteries, we might just uncover some truths about ourselves. Let's consider the implications and possibilities of such a reality. If we accept the existence of extraterrestrial created androids or clones, how would this change our world? Firstly, we must grapple with the philosophical question of what it means to be human. If an android or clone can perfectly mimic human behavior, to what extent do we consider them human? This question might redefine our understanding of consciousness, identity, and the soul. Secondly, there's the matter of rights and protections. If these beings are sentient, do they deserve the same rights as humans? The answer could revolutionize our legal and ethical frameworks, stretching them beyond their current human-centric focus. However, the existence of these beings could also lead to conflict. If they possess superior abilities or knowledge, they might pose a threat to human dominance and security. Would we feel safe, knowing that beings with potentially superior intellect and strength walk among us? Could we trust them, or would fear and prejudice lead to hostility? Furthermore, we must consider the intentions of the extraterrestrial creators. Are these beings emissaries of peace, sent to bridge the gap between civilizations? Or are they a vanguard, the first wave of a silent invasion? The answer could determine the fate of humanity. Yet despite these challenges, the existence of extraterrestrial androids or clones could also bring about unprecedented opportunities. Imagine the technological advancements and scientific breakthroughs that could be achieved through collaboration. Think of the potential for mutual growth and understanding. In conclusion, the existence of extraterrestrial created androids or clones could both challenge and enrich our world in ways we can barely imagine. It presents us with a paradox of fear and fascination, a journey into the unknown that could lead to either our greatest triumph or our darkest downfall. So we must ask ourselves, are we ready to share our world, or is this a precursor to a silent invasion? Remember the uncanny valley? Could it be our subconscious warning system? It's a thought-provoking question, isn't it? We've ventured deep into the realms of androids, clones, and their potential extraterrestrial origins. Now let's circle back to the uncanny valley and re-examine it in this new, eerie light. The uncanny valley, as we've discussed, is that unsettling feeling we get when something looks almost human, but not quite. It's a feeling of dread, of unease. But what if this is more than just an aesthetic issue? What if our subconscious is trying to tell us something? To warn us? Consider this. If extraterrestrials are indeed creating androids or clones that mimic human form, wouldn't it make sense that these beings would fall into the uncanny valley? They would look almost human, but not quite. There would be subtle differences, anomalies that our conscious mind might miss, but our subconscious picks up on. This could be the origin of that unease, that sense of wrongness. So, could the uncanny valley be our mind's way of alerting us to these otherworldly entities? A subconscious alarm bell ringing, warning us that something is not as it seems? It's a chilling thought, but remember, this is all theoretical. There's no concrete evidence to support these ideas, yet it's fascinating to ponder. The uncanny valley is a concept deeply rooted in our psychology. It's a primal reaction to something that's almost but not quite familiar. Could it be that this instinctual fear is a survival mechanism, honed over millennia, alerting us to potential danger? In the grand scheme of things, we're still in the infancy of understanding the complexities of the human mind and the vastness of the universe. As we continue to explore and make new discoveries, who knows what we might uncover? Perhaps the uncanny valley is not just a theory, but a survival mechanism, alerting us to the presence of the otherworldly among us. So the next time you feel an inexplicable sense of unease, maybe, just maybe, It's your mind's way of telling you something. Listen to it.